You've all been asking what on earth is going on with the Ardana ISPO? Why can't I see and claim my tokens on DripDropz? This video will go through the entire ISPO update, exactly what's going on and why you're not seeing those tokens in DripDropz just yet.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast.
All right, so I've got a really interesting update for you. Now, I know a lot of the stake pool operators that are part of ASPA, the Ardana Stake Pool Alliance, have been getting these questions over and over again, and we've been wanting to tell everyone about what exactly has been going on, but we had to wait for people higher up to come back and organize some of these legal issues that were in place. Now, the ISPO is still going ahead and you will be able to claim your tokens, but there is one slight hiccup that you may not have known about. This is public knowledge. There are articles published about this, just that you may not be following the right paths to find this information. And I'm going to update you on everything that I know. So I'd just like to thank our sponsors for this video. ADAOZ sponsors are needed to keep this content going. And this is a NFT project built on Cardano that are doing some really cool things with their anime style collection. They're minting in 3 days on the 23rd of July. So you'll be able to onboard yourself there, join the community and get in on this mint, which is coming up very, very soon. I'm pretty excited about this one. I've been a supporter of this project since they started. So check it out, adawaifus.io, and thank you so much for sponsoring. So the Ardana ISPO is supposed to be distributing their tokens through the DripDropz platform. Highly efficient platform that does amazing things in regards to token distribution on the Cardano ecosystem. You can use your address and claim multiple tokens at the same time. Really efficient, uses Cardano's UTXO model and is highly efficient in distributing all those tokens out to many, many users. Now, this is a pretty interesting article that Lloyd put together about what on earth is going on. So here's part of the DripDropz team, and they saw the announcement come out that Ardana was ready to launch the ISPO and people will be able to claim the tokens from the 9th of July. And they were sitting there scratching their heads going, does anyone know that this is happening? This is the first time we saw this, and we have no agreements in place to actually get this working. So they did a little bit of digging. And you can see here clearly from their internal systems that the Ardana team hadn't contacted DripDropz to do that distribution. And you're thinking, what's going on there? You'd think you would contact the team at DripDropz if you're going to use their platform for it. Well, thankfully, the DripDropz team did have that connection with Ryan Matoval through Rick McCracken and was able to contact them and ask exactly what's going on here. And it turns out that they may have been a possible scammer that had infiltrated the Ardana team. So this new person, this new hire that was part of the Ardana team was hired to work on this particular process of organizing the drop for DripDropz for the ISPO. So they were tasked of organizing a little bit of code as well as contacting the DripDropz team to do that distribution. But it seems like they did the code but didn't contact the DripDropz team and were basically going to give them a fake address, which was probably their own address, and then get the team to submit all of the tokens, the data tokens, to that scammer's address, and then they'll take it to the market and then spend it and sell it all. Thankfully, that didn't come to fruition and was caught well before that part of the process happened. Now, the technician was well vetted. They did check the background of the person, and it actually came from a well-known crypto devs Discord server, as you can see here, as stated in this article. So in theory, the person was supposedly trustworthy. But I guess when you're put in a position where the outcome could be $500,000 US being sent to an address, your address, you may think, this might be an opportunity for me. Some people might think that 540,000 USD isn't much money. Here in Australia, you can barely buy a house for that amount. But for other people who may only get 1,000 USD per month, may see this as their ticket to retirement and escaping their current life situations. So this is that amount of data tokens that was going to be distributed is a life-changing amount for some people. So I can totally understand why this person wanted to take that opportunity to try and steal those funds from this process. Thankfully, nothing had been lost and the whole process was stopped at that point. Now, Ryan Matovo and the team did come into a community call, and let me just play this for you now, and we can hear it from Ryan himself and hear the updates in regards to this.
So it's been an interesting week so far for us with Ardana. I think I'll split the call into two sections. We'll start off going over the ISPO and the series of events that's led us to where we are now and how we plan to move forward to make sure that it goes as smooth as possible. And then we'll move on to updates around what we've been up to so far. So starting off, with the ISPO, the original plan was for that to begin towards the beginning of this month. Unfortunately, as many have learned, a attempted exploit, or an attempted scam was found effectively where a malicious actor tried to work their way into our internal processes to then eventually be able to take the funds, the Dana tokens that would have been distributed to all of you, to the community members who've been staking with the different pools in ASPO. So fortunately, that actor was caught before any damage could have been done. And additionally as well, even if they hadn't been caught, our processes would have prevented them from being able to carry out their attack. Their attack was a classic social engineering, pretending to be someone that they're not, trying to work their way into the internal team structure, or at least the internal contributor structure, as they were never a member of the core team in any way. They're an external contributor, and then trying to take advantage of the system that way. So that was found out. We're currently going through the legal process to deal with this, as it is effectively an attempted crime. And that's why it's taken us some time on our end to put out an article detailing this series of events. Is we need to conclude things, whether that's to do with the investigation or the process we have to go with the relevant authorities and our legal team. That all has to happen, and that has to be, noted down, and it has to be done in a way where we don't put out anything too quickly that hampers that process going forward. So we will be putting out an article on our end, as many have been wondering, about the series of events and what's been happening. But right now we're focused on dealing with the current situation. And the current situation is, both, the legal side of things and also working with the authorities to both prevent this particular actor and from doing this and bringing them to justice, and also putting forward measures in place to prevent this from happening again. And we'll do what we can to work with the DripDropz team as well. And they've been great throughout this entire process. So that's a general overview of the current state of things. The ISPO will go on. We are still keeping track, with everyone who is remaining staked to those stake pools. Your rewards are accumulating. We'll have an announcement out either later today or tomorrow, just to let everyone know that everything is still on track, and we're now finalizing, everything that's happened, and then we'll be able to give an accurate estimate of when the ISPO can go ahead. So we're looking forward to that, and we would still be using DripDropz and working with the team over there, as they've been great so far. So that's the current state of things with the ISPO.
So of course, there are a lot of legal proceedings that need to take place here. The person that was possibly trying to do this exploit, social engineering, will be likely charged and tried. Now, the other aspect, the legal aspects of onboarding the Ardana project into DripDropz also needs to take place now. Something that would have been done months ago, unfortunately, has to start now. Now, in terms of your Dana tokens, you are still earning them. You just can't claim them yet. So their teams are working tirelessly to get this process up and running as smoothly as possible. So you can find out more about the Dana token distribution from this article here. Links to it all in the show notes for you. As soon as the teams are finished with sorting out the legal proceedings, you'll be able to claim your Dana tokens through DripDropz and start trading them on any DEX. So if this is your first time hearing about DripDropz and you haven't used it before, it's a really easy platform to use. You simply grab your receiving address that is in your wallet. So you can just paste it in here. You can check your drops and it will tell you what you're allowed to claim through this particular address. So based on your staking, if you're staking to a particular pool, such as our pool ADAOZ, you'll be able to earn and claim those particular tokens. And you can see here all the various tokens that are claimable within their platform at the moment. Some of these are meme coins, some of these are serious project tokens. So you just need to check it out, do the research behind each one of these and see if it's worth claiming for yourself. Links are below in the show notes again, and on our website, learncardano.io. So thank you guys for joining me for this particular update on the Ardana ISPO. It's really unfortunate that this has happened, but thankfully none of the tokens were compromised in this case, and we just need to wait that little bit longer for the teams to sort out all the legal proceedings and get the things that they need to do to have the DripDropz team distribute the tokens for us. Now, if you found this content interesting, if you liked it, if you enjoyed it, if you want to hear more of it, please consider giving me that thumbs up, click subscribe, and click on the notification bell, and you hear more from me soon. See you in the next video.
Yeah, gotta do it like that. You've been listening to the Learn Cardano podcast. Gotta get it hype. Crypto is what we like, but this is not investment or financial advice. Gotta do your research, cause it's risky. We know it is. This show is educational and it's informative. Crypto's the future, really, it ain't no debate.